Hello! I look forward to seeing you on Monday. For now, here's a short video. Okay, so your appellate brief assignment is up in the Dropbox, and you'll be seeing examples of those soon in course materials. This is your first of 2 appellate brief assignments. So we're going to talk a little bit about the similarities between appellate briefs and the persuasive motion memo that you just worked on. So how do we have an appeal in the first place? Well, first you have a judgment from the trial court. So for instance, in your case, you'll see that now the trial court has ordered based on your motion and has disposed of the case. Here, Tyrion Lannister is receiving his judgment from the trial court. A little bit of different legal system they have there in Westeros than we do here. All right. In the trial court, you've got your fact finders, which are the jury or the judge if it's a bench trial. In our case, the judge was the fact finder with respect to that motion. And you'll see that there are findings of fact in the judge's order, which you have in the record. The unhappy party from the appeal is the appellant. That's typically the losing party who is challenging that judgment now in the Court of Appeals. That party files a notice of appeal, and that kicks off this process where first the appellant files a brief, and then the appellee, the other party, gets to answer. Because of class logistics, you both have the same due date as opposed to one of you having 30 days after the other. The skills that you have learned so far will transfer over 100%. So, these still aren't the droids that you're looking for. You're still going to use those Jedi mind trick topic sentences as well as the other persuasive skills that we discussed in class. By the way, if you commit this portion to memory, I'm just saying, you might do well on the Kahoot quiz. Likewise, if you commit this slide to memory, you might do well on the Kahoot quiz. You are eliminating the preliminary statement that you did before. So, bye-bye. God, that took a long time to fall. All right, so new sections. You can take a screenshot of this. You'll also see it in the examples. It's in the rules of federal appellate procedure that are mentioned in your assignment. So these are all sections that you will be adding to your appellate brief. Again, if you commit this to memory, I'm just saying there's a chance you might do well on the Kahoot. So as I mentioned, those sections all come to us from the Federal Rules of Appellate Procedural. Federal Rule 28 and 32 are where we get the sections and the formatting for your brief. So this is not just your professor being nitpicky about stuff. There's a method to our madness and a real world reason for it. In fact, you'll see that even the font size is prescribed, and it's a 14-point size font. I believe the reason for that is that law professors and appellate judges alike are of an age where we need that 14-point size font. In fact, if you don't follow these formatting rules in the real world, the court will actually send your brief back. They won't even accept it. I've seen it happen to opponents before. Thankfully, it has never happened to me. But we're trying to prepare you so that that doesn't happen to you either. All sorts of rules like that come to us actually from the court. For instance, even the need to do those record cites comes to us for the court, and there's a reason for that. And they don't want to have to dig through all of these boxes to find out where the information is. Instead, you're giving them that record site, and you're limited to the record for your facts. All right, I look forward to seeing you all on Monday.